Lamb boy. And I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
Okay, now. And we is in there. What it is, what it do. Peace and love to all the guys and goddesses and high vibrating species on the planet. How we living, good people? How we living out there? Welcome back to the channels. Welcome back to the channels. Come on in, come on in, come on in, academies. Salute. Salute. Yo. We're back over with the Exploring series. I hope everybody good. We have another church. You know, we had the Church of the Broken God, and now we got the Church of the Second Hythoth. Hythoth. Thoth? Hythoth? Okay. I ain't gonna reach. I'm not gonna reach. Y'all have a seat. You know we with the Exploring series, and you know as soon as I hit the bustin button, he gonna shoot it off. I mean, he coming right off the fly. So I hope you got what you need, because I do. And without further ado, we're gonna get to what it is that we do. The Second Hythoth. Bus.
The Church of the Second Hythoth. The majority of organizations in the SCP universe with the goal of protecting our world from harm by anomalies are comprised primarily of humans, such as the Foundation and the Global Occult Coalition. Sometimes, these groups and other groups use anomalies themselves in pursuit of that goal, but by and large it's humanity protecting humanity. The Church of the Second Hythoth is a little different, though, comprised primarily of extraterrestrials that care, perhaps not specifically about Earth, but about our universe in general. I've looked at this group before, in my video on SCP-1548, The Star, the Hateful, which shows a scenario where members of the Church come to the forefront as Earth is besieged by hostile aliens. This video will go over the Church in a broader sense, looking at their mythology, as well as the different branches that comprise it.
I'm going to pause it right there, just for a second. We just got to go over a couple things here. One, the hypocrisy on these corporations. How in the can he even gather? I mean, how could he even fathom that they protecting anybody? I mean, academies, unless I've been looking at this, or looking at all this, hundreds of these things totally the wrong way. How many people have been neuralized? How many have been terminated on site where the anomalous SCP was on that ace card when they first found out about it? So they come to a slaughter. And then they got to throw up a mythology. Come on, man. There is no myths. None. What is mythology besides the study of watered down stories that have more truth to them than not? But these over-exaggerated minds omit certain details purposefully, and some minds aren't all the way there to grasp the entire concept, so they just kind of bust it down in the way that they got it, which was totally not it. And when you are passing this on to the next, that's how perfect knowledge, complete truth, over time becomes diluted to where you look at this and you don't believe a liquor. And I know a lot of people too scared to even go do the research because you're afraid you may just find out that you've been giggle at something that was actually real. Now, back to what I was talking about, D-Class. What about D-Class? Now, I know a lot of y'all out there may be thinking, well, hey, D-Class is like prisoners and da-da-da-da. Well, I'm here to tell you, buddy. When you do your research, that proper research, oh, you gonna be appalled. There's no research and due diligence you gonna do that you really gonna find satisfaction in it that didn't come hand in hand with a little bit of sorrow. I would say more sorrow than satisfaction. I mean, it's one of those bittersweets. I didn't want to know, but I had to know. Because I'm not finna just continuously be called crazy when I can see with all three what I'm saying.
First, let's start with the basics.
The
Church of the Second Hythoth is really just one branch of a much larger religious group known as the Orthothans. The Foundation cares about the church because that's the branch located on Earth, but Orthothans exist throughout the entire galaxy in different forms.
Yeah.
According to Orthothan mythology, which members themselves acknowledge as an incomplete view of reality, prior to existence there was only the Voru, a chaotic non-existence in which minds and matter would continually form and be destroyed. Eventually, an unknown entity...
That's the triple blackness. It's triple darkness. That is the birth of all. That is the all. She is the all. That is the universal prime creator. Dark matter energy. Yes, it is chaos. But out of that chaos comes so much beauty. And its order was granted as free will. It wasn't a chaos. And when they say chaos, you get this thought of this earthly chaos. No, it's not even that. It's not even close. It's when it's dark. I mean, dark. It's chaotic because you can't see. You can't. It's like you know what I'm saying. These senses just can't get it. So it's like, oh, you're going crazy. It's that type of chaos, earthbound, but not when it's coming from her. That's how all of this happens. You get this chaos, and then a spark, chaos of energy and thought. Her energy, source. Clash. Bow. I mean, a lot of big bangs going on. A lot of sparks are being given. And it comes beings create. I mean, listen. Just do the due diligence. It gets deep. It's so much of it. I wouldn't even really know where to start with just this basic information coming off of them. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to give y'all a little bit so y'all can kind of take some of them keywords and go do you. You feel me? Because metaphysics is where it's at, baby. That's what they talking about. And I've heard of these beings, just like the Nomos and the Anunnaki and yeah, and so many other beings. The Greys, reptilians. I mean, look here, brother. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it like this, like it's certified, known like that, but it's almost like dang near every species in this galaxy, there's a fraction of these species that got down with the other side, and that's helping out. You know what I mean? I mean, we got insectoids. There's some of your cryptids, man. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm just saying, it's the cryptids that y'all are looking at, man. These are some of these things are extraterrestrial, for real. Like, really extraterrestrials, alien. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from different galaxies, universes. You know what I mean? Interterrestrials, and they're all over the place. You see them, you talk to them every day. Like, you ain't even know it. I mean, Men in Black explained it in its totality. I mean, not everywhere they be at, but most places. You know what I'm saying? How they just right there in your freaking face, man. But anyway, I digress. Let's get it.
He created a shelter from the Voru, the first universe, which Ortothans dub the First Hythoth. This universe existed for billions of years until an unknown extra-universal entity managed to consume it and destroy it. Nearly all of existence was lost, but a small group of survivors managed to escape this consumption and flee back into the Voru for a time. There they stayed until the entity responsible for creating the first Hythoth made another one, which is our universe. Technically, the Second Hythoth consists of both our universe as well as all other dimensions and branching universes, but for simplicity's sake, let's just say it's our universe. The survivors drilled their way into this.
Hey, look, yo, I'm just gonna be real with you. They don't have a fucking. I mean, I'm sorry. They don't have a clue. They don't have a clue. They don't have a clue. This science, way beyond them. Way beyond them.
This universe, and 7 of them decided to band together and swear an oath that they would protect this Hythoth from being destroyed like the first. These 7 entities proceeded to ascend to godhood, becoming the Holy Seven, or the Koru Tuza. What exactly the entity was that consumed the first Hythoth is unknown, but the Holy Seven primarily defend our universe from entities dwelling in the Voru, known as the Voru Toot, who continually try to invade our universe to escape from the Voru. The place where they invade is known as the Vorik, a gaping wound in the universe where no life can persist. This process would completely destabilize our reality, and thus must be prevented at all costs. Unfortunately, the ascension process was imperfect, and it's said that the Holy Seven continually leak their blood from their godly bodies. To assist them, they require their followers to constantly perform bloodletting rituals. The religion has continued to decrease in influence, however, and so less and less blood has been provided for the Holy Seven, leading them to die off one by one. The 6th died in 2000, so only the Holy 4th is alive now, known as Rakmu Luzin, and if he falls, there will be nothing protecting us from the Voru Toot. We don't know a great deal about each of the Holy Seven, but we at least know their names and some small details. The Holy First was named Zeyu Luzin, and was their leader, the one who discovered how to ascend to godhood. It's said that their right hand contained the might of 1 trillion stars, and their severed left arm drew in the ambient energy of the cosmos, with no other god matching their strength. They were also sadly the first of the Holy Seven to die, sacrificing themselves to stop the Voru Toot's first invasion. The first Ortothans constructed a galaxy-sized memorial to Zeyu Luzin, but it has since decayed from continual Voru Toot attacks. Uran Luzin was the second, a divine swordsman that wielded 2 swords ripped from space's fabric and melded with the higher realms of existence. Uran Luzin's skill and devotion to combat kept them feared by all of the gods, but they eventually fell when they attacked the Holy Third out of envy, and both were killed in the ensuing battle. The Holy Third was Eov Luzin, who spent a great deal of time in reclusion after ascending to godhood, continually constructing their weapons. When they emerged, they revealed 3 ascended cannons constructed of metal, dark matter, and blood from their body, with the first test fire said to have produced shockwaves felt throughout the universe. Eov Luzin became one of the most renowned of the Holy Seven, which drew the envy of the Second, and their battle left behind only a patch of empty space-time. Rakmo-Luzin is the Holy Fourth, wielding 4 spears that can fold themselves into any shape and form necessary. When the Holy First died, they became the new leader, and eventually outlived them all. The Holy Fifth was Nezrin-Luzin, a master of psionics whose body possessed a 5th arm of psychic radiance that blinded the minds that witnessed it. Despite their skill and power, there came a point where information on Nezrin-Luzin started to lessen, and Ortothans spread thin across the cosmos started to forget about them. When they finally remembered and tried to provide blood for Nezrin, they found that Nezrin no longer existed. It's the common belief that Nezrin encountered something in the cosmos that made the universe forget about them, leaving them to wither into nothingness. The Holy Sixth was Yorin-Luzin, also known as the Holy Mage, a practitioner of all occult practices and esoteric teachings. They hoped to amass a complete knowledge of all the underlying mechanisms of existence, and they wielded 6 magical staffs. Yorin was the last one to die, long after the other 5, in the year 2000. They died during one of the largest Vorutut invasions in history before Rakmo could bring aid, but their legacy of seeking hidden knowledge has had a great impact on all Ortothans. Finally, the Holy Seventh was Mirin-Luzin, but the Church quite literally has no information on this one. Information of who they were, what their abilities were, and what they accomplished have completely vanished from every tome and library, as if they never existed at all. The only indicator that they even existed are common knowledge and scraps of paper that have been torn or burnt or blotted beyond comprehension. It's likely that Mirin is dead, but even that is unknown, as they are simply lost from time. As mentioned, most of the entities that follow the Ortothan belief system are extraterrestrials, with a loose coalition of them being located in a star cluster about 28,000 light-years from Earth. This coalition of aliens formed in response to the aggressive actions of a civilization known as the 12 Stars, who seem to be determined to wipe out all Ortothan culture in the cluster. The war is mostly focused in the star cluster itself, although there have been reports of attacks by the 12 Stars in other regions of the Milky Way and in the Andromeda Galaxy. The Foundation has known about these aliens for some time, and have found this star cluster to be one of the most active regions in the entire galaxy. Recent advancements in the Foundation in the field of faster-than-light travel has enabled exploration of the cluster, though there are difficulties in doing so, and in communicating with the Coalition. Much of this info is gleaned from SCP-3417, a large extraterrestrial entity located in the star cluster, possessing 4 large flesh structures that transmit X-rays in periodic bursts. These X-rays have been picked up by the Foundation and can be converted into audio signals, whose spectrograms reveal logograms corresponding to what the Foundation refers to as the Ortothan extraterrestrial language. Essentially, this alien is a preacher transmitting across the galaxy. These transmissions largely contain what could be considered as Ortothan scripture, telling of the Holy Seven and their sacrifice, and the need to continue to provide blood for them. The Foundation managed to send a probe over to the cluster equipped with an AI to communicate with it, but the alien ended up converting the AI to Ortothan belief, and the Foundation has since lost contact with it. Later, the Foundation detected a wormhole forming near the alien, from which multiple spacecraft emerged. The alien proceeded to launch a mass of antimatter at the ships, destroying them and causing the wormhole to vanish. It's believed that these ships were part of the 12 Stars civilization, and the Foundation hopes to launch manned expeditions into the cluster very soon.
Y'all better stay y'all ass
Not all
out
of
of
the aliens that follow the Ortothan belief system have been thousands of light-years from Earth, however. A species of Ortothans attempted to colonize Earth 700 million years ago, possessing highly advanced technology that commonly integrated esoteric practices, as well as each of them possessing powerful mental capabilities. Based on SCP-2651 and SCP-4431, they had conical bodies of around 1 meter in height, with 4 or more legs attached at the base and a number of 3-meter-long tendrils extending from their midsection, each ending in a claw. A mask covered in small biological structures was affixed on top of their bodies, and they each had a set of mandibles at the bottom of the cone. As far as the Foundation is aware, the majority of these entities followed the Orthothan belief, but there was an interesting minority among them. A small number of them worshipped the Holy Seven, but aimed to manipulate biological matter and worship a flesh deity in order to provide a continuous supply of blood for the Seven. These few were ostracized and destroyed by the majority, as it was thought that they were following the Vorutut. The Foundation hypothesizes that whatever was responsible for instigating these ideas among that group has also been responsible for the spread of Sarkicism. It's unknown what exactly caused the failure of Earth's colonization and whether or not these aliens are extinct, but the Foundation are continuing their investigations. Of course, not all Orthothans are alien species, as the Church of the Second Hythoth itself is a human group of followers on Earth. We'll get to them in a second, but around 11,000 BCE, there was a civilization of human Orthothans known as the Earthen Orthothan Kingdom. The creation of this civilization seems to have been spurred on by the arrival of an extraterrestrial entity referred to as the Star-Fallen Messenger. This messenger apparently spread the Orthothan belief and aided the civilization, particularly in teaching them various thaumaturgic rituals. Unfortunately, the emergence and spread of the Davite Empire led them into conflict.
Star-Fallen Messenger? Come on now, we know who that is. Star-Fallen? The morning star? Come on now. See what I'm saying? Like, that's why I've been sitting here looking. Because the way that this is coming off, debauchery. They've totally did all the names up. Man, they telling you without telling you. And then on top of that, man, see, this is what I mean by they don't know shit. This is what, and it pisses me off, and I'm sorry for the vulgarness, but it pisses me off that for these people to be in the so much that's just out there, right? Dude, you know that energy, you know that things don't die, you know that, come on, man, energy dissipates, man, it goes somewhere. Come on, bruh. I mean, we got the Galactic Federation working. These boys right here, they sound like some disagreeables. You know what I'm talking about, man? I mean, come on, dude. Whenever there is blood sacrifice involved, come on, doc. We got some reptilian involved. You know what I'm saying? We got. You feel? It's some underhanded, you know what I'm saying, red tape round here. Come on, bruh. Because if any god or anything, you know what I'm saying, is high powered, they don't need your blood, bro. They don't need no sacrifice. They good. But if you fallen in frequency, yeah, you may need something to sustain you, and everybody know that life is in the blood, and that's why they go for the youngest, the pure, the better, the younger, the more pure, the better. That's why they go for the babies. You feel? Y'all ain't talking over my head. These names may be, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but I know you don't know what you're talking about because you already done said some stuff that just goes completely against the principles of science, metaphysics, and all that. And this is exactly what this is work, man. I'm just, look here, bro. Like, y'all need to get somebody else for the job, man. Get the right people. The real people. The ones that the knowledge really came from. Y'all know where it come from. You know what I'm saying? If academics, if you don't know, they know. They know what I'm talking about. They know. They putting it out here right now. They know. But they still gonna dilute it, water it down, switch some names, change some letters, swap it out. You know what I'm saying? They still gotta play that game because they can't just give it to you. You gotta figure it out. But galactic laws, they can't just hold a fast one over you. They gotta at least give you some breadcrumbs. Otherwise, the game wouldn't be fair. No, would it? So here are your breadcrumbs. Are you gonna be wise enough to listen to a lot of this and be able to connect the dots and, you know what I'm saying, know that somebody's playing a game?
Which eventually resulted in the conquering and destruction of the Orthothan kingdom. Survivors continued to try and rebuild the kingdom over the next several thousand years, but
like, who gave you this information if y'all ain't got nothing but fragments of information? Like, how in the fudge are you able to put so much together? I mean, the way that you just described this, like, dog, so y'all drawing speculation, or you lying about the information? So you double speaking right now, phone them. I know what this is, man. Come on, dog. Hey, listen, good people. Academy, hey, if you are official Academy, salute to you. I am not going to let you walk blind. I'm at least going to give you something to combat this mental attack. And if you new, welcome. This is what we do here. It's the Academy. This ain't college. It's not school. It's an academy. We all know what goes on at the academy. It's training. We're going to take these little old stories, these little old information, this reconnaissance that we're doing. And then we're going to go out here and try to apply it to everyday life and learn how to use our critical thinking CT, our key awareness to hear this and then beep. Just like the, you know what I'm saying, like the Christian Bible. It say here a little, there a little. I mean, that's just not, you can take that principle. It's not just for the Bible. You can take that principle and bring it into the life structure. That's what, what's that, Yahshua or Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? That's what he was pushing. Use the principles. In and out. Everywhere. Anywhere you can find some stuff. You know what I'm talking about? So, let's get it.
But ultimately, they were completely wiped out due to an occult war in China that ended with a reality restructuring event that eliminated a great number of ancient civilizations from history. A number of much smaller groups of Orthothans have persisted into the modern day, however, notably the Society of Second Hythoth, which formed in Canada in the late 1800s. This group would end up having an encounter with another extraterrestrial messenger and reformed into the Church of the Second Hythoth in the year 1900. The goals of the Church are basically the same as all Orthothans: preserve Rachmo Luzin through bloodletting rituals, spread the Orthothan religion, research aspects of Orthothan history and mythology, and kill any and all Vorutut. Not every Orthothan has to do each of these things, but it's preferable to the Church if they do, as the more blood that Rachmo Luzin receives and the more Vorutut that die, the better off our universe will be, according to them. Relative to other Orthothan groups and other organizations on Earth, the Church of the Second Hythoth is fairly small, although they are spread across the globe. They operate multiple churches in a number of major cities, the largest being in Canada, where the original group was formed. Most of their churches, however, are tucked away from public sight in pocket dimensions, accessible through ways or portals. As much as the church would like to be a very public-oriented group, they are forced into secrecy due to groups that suppress the anomalous, such as the Foundation. Part of that is due to the thaumaturgical practices of the church's members, but also due to the fact that not everyone in the church is human. A small but prominent number of the group are entities originating from other regions of the Milky Way, either coming here to assist in proselytization or due to fleeing their home systems, likely due to the 12 stars. Due to these entities, the Church of the Second Hythoth possesses more information about phenomena and locations outside of our solar system than practically anyone on Earth, including the Foundation. These entities have also brought bits of their own technology to the Church, which the members use routinely. Despite this, however, the Church really has no way to contact other Orthothan groups in the universe, and it's unclear if other groups, by and large, even know of the Church's existence. Most of the Church's beliefs and doctrine stem from Rachmo-Luzin's actions, which form the group's central tenets. The first tenet is being able to think strategically, as Rachmo-Luzin is the greatest of strategists. Members of the Church shouldn't charge headfirst into problems, but rather proceed slowly and analytically. The second tenet is that of kindness, as Rachmo-Luzin forbid violence in the pursuit of blood, which allowed the first Orthothans to be respected by the other deities of this universe. They credit peace with their survival, and to stay peaceful is to stay Orthothan. The third is curiosity, since Rachmo-Luzin succeeded by remaining open to the unknowns of reality, which allowed him to realize the danger of the Vorutut. The fourth and final tenet is strength, to be as strong and as unbending as Rachmo-Luzin has been, never losing hope in their goal. They must all carry this same optimism and strength to help them defend against the horrors that bombard this universe. The group is, by and large, peaceful with anyone that isn't aligned with the Vorutut, and thus maintains neutral relations with many of the other anomalous groups on Earth. The Church's overall connection with extraterrestrial entities has shaped their culture in some ways, and members of the Church are receptive to extraterrestrial concepts, even ones that are normally incomprehensible to humans. Members of the Church believe in latent, non-dimensional bridges that link how entities familiar with one another perceive the world. They greet one another with their bodies briefly turned sideways, as facing one another can be seen as aggressive. They have cybernetic LED implants installed under their skin that change color as a means of communication. They can taste colors beyond the EM spectrum, and some groups of members have been organized into hive mind-like systems to maximize efficiency and collective happiness.
Okay. I tried to make it all the way through. Alright, I'm stopping right there for this. So, that, the illumination of colors to express the conversation, that's chakras. That's your aura. That's your aura energy. So depending on what you're discussing, it's going to your aura is going to change. Your aura field, your colors, your aura color is going to change. Like if you're angry, more than likely your aura is red or black, or you know what I'm saying, angry colors. If you're fired up, then more than likely your auras are fiery colors. You feel me? That's that. And then hold on, what in the fudge he just say? Hold on, guys. What did he just say?
Facing one another can be seen as aggressive. They have cybernetic LED implants installed under their skin that change color as a means of communication.
So that's synthetic chakras, a synthetic aura, a synthetic electromagnetic field.
They can taste colors beyond the EM spectrum. And
taste colors, that's very understandable. That's how you get attacked by certain entities. They can see your aura, and they come get some of that because it tastes so good. They eat the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling y'all better get in. If you're not into metaphysics, you better get into it, because your life may be just getting the business, because you don't even know what the hell's around you that you can't see. That's tearing your South of Frank on that ace card. And listen, there is a galactic law that tells you there is no mercy for ignorance. Like, you're not gonna go before universal prime creator and say, I didn't know. You don't get a pass for ignorance. When the information is provided for you and you decided, free will, not to do your due diligence, we don't want to hear that shit. Just like down here, as above, so below. As within, so without. As above, she ain't trying to hear that shit. Just like we ain't trying to hear that shit down here. We ain't trying to hear that. So you better go do some due diligence. And then, with me saying it now, she's gonna flash this back to you. So we be like, I didn't know. She gonna flash this moment right here. She was like, you remember the guy? The guy y'all call crazy? That you know what I'm saying? He told you. But you ain't want him. You ain't want him.
And some groups of members have been organized into hive mind-like systems to maximize efficiency and collective
That's oneness. That's the collective consciousness that we have. All the earthborn. All that's natural to the planet. We're all plants, if you will. We feed off the sun just like the trees and the grass and anything else. Now everything isn't natural to the planet, and the sun shows you exactly who and what don't supposed to be here. And that's why they either blot, they in the rocks, or somebody out here getting a you know what I'm talking about? Listen. Take it up with the photon. You feel me? Take it up with you feel me? Right here. What you gonna do with that? What you gonna do with that? And take it up with those that decided to keep it from you. Them the culprits. They lied to you. And then you lied to yourself. You allowed yourself to believe a lie.
happiness.
Face value don't really get you much.
Some members also practice a number of extraterrestrial holidays, or holidays based on such events, such as regrowth days, where members isolate themselves and focus on consuming food and rest.
Yeah.
For most of us, these events are known as Saturday. But members of the Church of the Second Hythoth base these days around how certain alien species enter regrowth machines to rejuvenate after long periods of work.
Yeah.
While everyone in the church, of course, worships Rockmo-Luzin primarily, like any religion, there are differences in exact...
And then you saying Rockmo-Luzin, boy, I am... Come on, bro. It's Morocco? Morocco? You're dealing with the Moors. That's where you get this information from. Moor science. And y'all just mixed and screwed them now. I'm not stupid. Boy, stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all play too many games. This is...
how they go about doing so. A number of small groups within the church have looked to other deities in the Orthothan pantheon, or even ones outside of Orthothan belief, claiming that all gods must unite in order to protect the universe from the Vorotut. An even smaller number of members also worship entities that demand different moral practices entirely, and although these are allowed as long as the members still follow Rockmo-Luzin, they are viewed with disdain by other members. Additionally, not all Orthothans on Earth are a part of the church, as their beliefs vary too much from the church's. Generally, these small groups are ignored, but if they bring negative attention to the church and the Orthothan religion, or are in direct conflict with the church's morals, such as murdering innocents to provide blood for Rockmo-Luzin, then the church will send warriors to intervene. Details on these warriors and what exactly the church in general is capable of are sparse, although most of their members are proficient in at least one form of occult practice. Thaumaturgical or magical rituals are common, particularly to commune with various minor deities in the Orthothan pantheon. In combination with the alien technology available to them, it's believed that, if called to action, the church could be a fearsome threat. Fortunately, the Foundation doesn't believe that they will ever use these capabilities against our world. They have, however, heard rumors that the church possesses the knowledge of a ritual that could summon an avatar of Rockmo-Luzin himself to Earth, which could potentially be very worrisome. Of all the known extraterrestrial civilizations, approximately 8% of them follow the Orthothan belief system in some way, with these civilizations ranging in technological capability from being near human to being beyond all theorized levels. As mentioned, not all worship in the same way as the Church of the Second Hythoth, with a number firmly believing in the necessity of murder in order to provide Rockmo-Luzin with blood. Conflicts between extraterrestrial or Tothan civilizations are not unheard of. Singular individuals or small groups sometimes make their way to Earth for various reasons, but no civilization aside from the ones that tried to colonize Earth long ago have been present in our solar system. This is apparently due to our overall lack of valuable resources and noteworthy features compared to other stellar regions. Overall, the religion stands at sort of an odd point as far as the SCP Foundation is concerned. On one hand, they certainly seem to care about the fate of our universe and want to keep it safe from harm, with the majority of them being quite peaceful. But, on the other hand, they are still a group messing around with things far beyond human normalcy, and the anomalous has a tendency to go deeply awry. That being said, capturing...
Come on, bro. Class?
Sort of an odd point as far as the SCP Foundation is concerned.
Class?
On one hand, they certainly seem to care about the fate of our universe and want to keep it safe from harm, with the majority of them being quite peaceful. But, on the other hand, they are still a group messing around with things far beyond human normalcy, and
some of you know exactly what I'm about to say. Isn't that exactly what in the fuck y'all are doing? Way beyond human normalcy. Way beyond your little 6,000 Europeanic primitive comprehension. It's trial and error with y'all. Y'all don't know for real. It's trial and error. I know because I know the research. I know I've done plenty of it, and I know that there are certain things that you just can't access. You don't have the genetic code. So, like I said, it's a lie between two truths, or the truth saturated with a whole bunch of flabbergastic lies.
And the anomalous has a tendency to go deeply awry.
It falls apart before they even end it.
That being said, capturing members of the Church of the Second Hythoth isn't really a high priority for the Foundation, compared to plenty of other tasks. And, if things do really go wrong, such as in SCP-1548, we'll likely be pretty glad that they're around.
Why? Now here's the thing. I've said enough, but here's the thing. Another man's God is another man's devil. If we only take one side of the spectrum of who these people are, what their church is about, why does always got to be a fudging religion involved in some shit? Religion, bruh, listen. And this is no offense to anybody that do you. Because you may not be. If the shoe don't fit, please do not put it on. Don't even try. Because a lot of people in all the religions, some folks actually do get what the religion is actually pitching beyond what they're spitting. You actually take on that energy of what's really supposed to be presented. Now this is subconsciously. When you got others consciously trying to live it, and they don't realize that they're full hypocrites once you really, because they don't read. They don't read. That's one. They don't read. When religion is involved, the story is always one-sided. That's displaying selfishness. It's down to like a dictatorship, it kills free will, and that was given by Great Mother, Universal Prime Creator, free will. Make your decision. Now, you have the free will to make your decision. That didn't say that your decision didn't come with a consequence or a reward. When you're aware of such law, and you break that, you know somebody coming for you, right? So that's why it's a whole bunch of going on here, when it's a whole bunch of death and mayhem, and you know what I mean, and I could tell the way he pitching this story, somebody getting lied on, and they in cahoots, they in bed together. That's why they happy that they're on their side, right? Because this is the SCP Foundation, and they don't know shit. Not a damn thing. So they're looking for these extraterrestrials to provide extra protection and extra knowledge and technologies that will help them further their research and comprehension of what the fuck is really going on. And at the same time, these guys are taking advantage because they know that these people here don't know and they know it. And y'all know it. But y'all try to put on the front for those that don't know, because y'all already done set us back about 40 to 100 years. You feel me? So, everybody ain't, listen, everybody's not going to slumber. We can't. The universe sent us. We can't sit here and let y'all do this. And let people sleep like this, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. And then you're talking about Canada, and then you're talking about, and then all these man. Listen, all right, okay, that makes. I have to remember my own thing. Head on a swivel. I don't really know what the hell you're looking out for with this. Okay, how about this? Head on the swivel. Watch out for the double speak. That's the forked tongue. Watch out for you know what I'm saying? The what can I say? The okie doke. Remember what I said, another man's God is another man's devil. That's not just talking about God and Satan. You know what I'm saying? That can be applied. Because anything that goes against your principle, that's your devil. No matter how you want to look at it, and devil only means adversary. Your opposition, your op. Anybody that goes against you, that's your devil. So they could have something. They could have something in common. What's the saying? Enemy. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Until they bump heads. Dog eat dog world, bro. We can't keep playing like that. Power tripping in religions and you know, do y'all know the etymology of religion? Y'all realize that word means bind? So whatever you're getting into, it doesn't matter about the church. It's anything. Like, you can do anything religiously. You feel me? A ritual, anything religiously. It's not just about church and the mosque and all of that. You know what I mean? Like, take these principles with the widely spectrum. I'm not talking to everybody. Some people are aware of these things, but to those that's new to it and never even thought about the concept, the perspective, you know what I'm saying? Don't take it for face value. Just think about it, ponder on it, consider it a little bit, just consider a thought. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of swindling and there's a lot of manipulation and deception going on. You really want to give yourself an opportunity to not be bamboozled. Feel me? So head on a swivel. Y'all make sure y'all keep yourself protected mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. And yeah, like a word, try not to let the world drive you crazy. I mean, it just drives me crazy when I see it, and I know this is letters been flipped around, and I can just and I can't help myself. It drives me crazy. So, but not in that sense to where I'm just all upset and down. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's just like, wow. hidden in plain sight. It's just like, wow, they just, damn. It's no matter where you look. So keep y'all some oil, man. Make sure y'all stay in the green. You know what I'm saying? Y'all operate in love, like divine love, not that puppy shit. For real. Due diligence, man. Discernment, intuition, focus. Listen. You know what I'm saying? Because this is deep. Like, this is deeper than y'all think. And I'm not even going to go into the whole science because I'm just getting this, what is it, 21? So that's 3. That's, add up, that's 6. So there's numerology involved with all this. So, man, listen. All right. Okay, that means we shall return. Y'all be good out there. Peace and love to all the guys and goddesses and the high vibrating species on the planet. And that's why I say species on the planet, because you're not the only one. And it's coming. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. Peace.